Hi, I'm Jack Slocum with Option Alpha. I want to start off this video by telling you what I'm about to share with you is my personal story. I'm not trying to push anything on you. I'm going to talk about Jesus, who is my personal best friend and someone who has changed my life considerably as a man, as an entrepreneur, as a father, and believe it or not, as an options trader. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how he has changed my life as an options trader. If you watched my last video, I shared a bit about my own personal trading story where I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars until I completely emptied my trading account. This was not a fun experience and left me in a very dark place. And Jesus came along and he picked me up, as he's done at many other points in my life, and everything turned around from there. Losing is tough. If you've been trading any amount of time, you've went through a bad spell at one point or another, or maybe you're in one right now, I feel for you. Trust me, I've been there. This is not a story where I'm going to tell you about how Jesus came into my life. I immediately turned $5,000 into $5 million and everything is rainbows since then. That's not how it works, and that's not the story. But I can tell you these three simple ways that Jesus has had a positive impact on me as an options trader. So the first way that Jesus has helped me is giving me the ability to persevere through anything. And so if you've been following along in this video series, you've seen me go through pretty much a roller coaster in earnings trades and some of the trades my bots were making. If we come over here and we take a look at this bot, look at down $5,360. It has made a total of 21 trades and it is 0-21. And minus $5,360. When I originally started this bot, I started it with $1,500. And it hasn't had a win yet, but when it does, I'm very hopeful that it's going to be a big win. And if we come here and we look, back on December 18th, this one trade here, if you notice, look at all the trades filled except for this one. And this one, if it would have filled, would have made $27,000 worth of profit. But unfortunately, it did not. So I'm waiting for the next one. Hopefully it's going to hit soon. But that ability to persevere, that ability to sit there and wait, even while this thing is getting crushed, hoping at some point it's going to turn around, is the ability to persevere. So what this reminds me of is one of my absolute favorite verses in the Bible, which is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And if you read the context around this, it's not so much saying that I can do anything, which there's other verses that do say that if you believe you can do absolutely anything. But in this particular verse, what the Apostle Paul is talking about, if you read the context, he's talking about he can endure any kind of challenge that he has to face, whether he's being put low or whether he's being put high. No matter what is happening, Christ gives him the strength to be able to handle it. And so that's kind of how I see this first one here on perseverance. And the thing about this, especially for an options trader, but even in other things, if you read stories about Steve Jobs, who was removed from Apple and had to go through all this hardship before he eventually came in and had his big success. You read about Michael Jordan, or you read about anyone who's accomplished a tremendous amount of success in their life. And they'll tell you a story about how they had to persevere in order to get there. The second way that he helps me to be a better options trader is to stay calm and peaceful under pressure. So when you have several options positions going and they're going wrong and you have to make decisions about what to do next, that pressure can make a person make bad decisions, especially if you're getting flustered or you're on tilt by it. But staying calm and peaceful under pressure is a gift that comes through Christ. You can handle absolutely anything. And it reminds me of another one of my favorite verses where Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." So having the Spirit of Jesus within me gives me a certain type of peace that no matter what is happening, I'm able to handle it. And that has been a gift that has completely transformed how I react in the moment as an options trader. And last but not least, trading with hope and joy instead of fear and anger. So this one's a huge one for me. When I look at my trading in the past, I was always believing that the market was rigged. I always thought the market makers are doing this and that and they're working against me. I had this element of fear in every trade that if it was a winner, I would fear that it was going to turn around and become a loser. And if it did happen, I would be angry and wonder, why is this happening to me? But now I just realize the market goes up and down. I'm always looking forward with hope, And no matter what happens, it can't take away that joy that's in my heart that comes from knowing Christ. And so, another great verse, all things are possible for one who believes. This is something that infuses me with hope, because I know if I continue to persevere and I have faith that things will work out long term no matter what. Those are 3 of the ways that Jesus has helped me to become a better options trader. And now I'm going to share with you real quickly how I infuse Jesus into my trading journey every day. And first is believing in him. Obviously, this is the most important part. I ask him into my heart, and I do it every single day, so he's a part of my life every morning. And then number 2 is I pray, and I ask him to fill me with his grace at the start of every single day. And number 3 is I have to surrender. I can't sit there and try to control everything. I have to surrender and let him guide me throughout my day. And number 4 is having gratitude, being thankful for the fact that he's there loving and guiding me throughout the day. Number 5 is glorifying him. Give him credit for all the good that comes. And number 6 is what I'm doing right now, which is sharing, telling others, spreading his love to others so he can impact them as well. So that's it for today's video. This is a little bit about how Jesus has made me a better options trader. I hope you got something from this. On behalf of the Option Alpha team, we love you guys, and God bless.